Winds southerly at about 15 with gusts of 25 miles an hour. Barometric pressure 30.00 and is rising. And no precipitation. We're about a half-inch behind, half inch ahead for the year, and 1/5300th behind for the year so far. We'll be looking for a little bit of a change tomorrow, and of course the possibility of some scattered showers. Today, of course, there's nothing showing up on the radar. However, the satellite photo was pretty interesting for the western half of the U.S. Rain showers and thunder showers along that frontal system, and that wide band of fairly heavy snow. Now, what will happen each time that you see the frontal system on there, that begins at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then you'll see the cloud pattern move until 2 o'clock this afternoon. So as of that time, of course, the front was way off in the northwest. Now, however, it's moving into the central part of the nation with a couple of high-pressure cells behind it. And a few pockets of low pressure and a fairly heavy band of rain showers and snow all the way from the eastern portions of Montana down to western sections of Nevada. And of course the massive high picking up warm moist air from the south, bringing it northward. So when the two masses collide over Kansas, we are looking for some precipitation, and we'll talk about that.
This video is sponsored by OWC. Today, Apple has officially announced its iPhone 14 event, which is set to take place on September 7th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. The event will actually take place at the Steve Jobs Theater on the Apple Park campus in Cupertino, and there will be an in-person component with members of the media invited to Apple's campus. Now, it's unclear whether the entire event will be live like the company used to do back before COVID, or if this is going to be another hybrid event like WWDC, where members of the press were invited to watch the live broadcast and then go hands-on with products later. Now, before we get into what we can definitely expect to see at the event, let's play my favorite game of speculation. What does the event invite artwork mean? The event invite has a space vibe with a bunch of stars taking the shape of an Apple logo with the slogan and a 6.7-inch iPhone Max, a 6.1-inch iPhone 14 Pro, and then a 6.7-inch iPhone 14 Pro Max. That's the new lineup. There will be no 5.4-inch iPhone Mini this year, with Apple instead opting for larger devices.
So let's say you are in the market for a used Mac. You've got a budget of $300, $500, $1,000. Well, there is a lot out there to choose from and a lot out there to confuse you. Do you get the new M2 products? Do you get a used M1? Do you buy something with Intel if it's cheap enough? There's really a lot of confusing factors here. So in today's video, I want to show you some of the best and some of the worst and funniest Mac listings that I can find. So come join me, let's go shopping. Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace, the best tool to build your beautiful website. So today, or whatever, I just type in MacBook and hit enter. We'll hit buy it now because I don't like to mess around with auctions. We've got 24,000 results. Now, you could narrow that down with keywords, but I find that keywords tend to get abused, and we'll go through some of that in a second. But the way that you should more accurately pinpoint results is by using the filters over on the sidebar. So we'll go ahead and hit see all, and basically what I'm going to do on a very simple level is go down to GPU, because that helps you just find a really simple thing. If I want a mid-2015 dual graphics model, I just select that, hit apply, it's going to refresh here. And we've basically got an entire page of mid-2015s with
Rumors are reporting that the iPhone 14 Pro's price is increasing. Why pay that money when you can just get a cheap clone? I mean, it's basically the same thing, right? With 12 gigs of RAM and 512 gigabytes of storage, you can't go wrong. Sponsored by Linode. Hey everyone, how are you all doing? If you're new here, welcome. My name is Crazy Ken, and I just bought this new iPhone. I mean, right? It looks like an iPhone. Smells like an iPhone. So it must be an iPhone, right? Wrong. It's actually a global version unlocked big screen quad camera cell phone smartphone i12 Pro Max mobile phone. Yeah, it's kind of a long name, so we'll just call it the iPhoney. Yeah, I bought it almost 2 years ago on Alibaba for like $100 and I haven't done anything with it, so it's just been a good paperweight lately. But I love knockoff stuff, so I'd love to venture into other clone tech and cheap knockoffs of iPhones and things like that, so this should be interesting. So let's take a look at this thing and see if the quad camera spec is true, because if it is, that's something the real iPhone can't even do, so that's pretty amazing. Oh wait, it's not a quad camera. It actually has 24 million cameras. My mistake. So visually, it does look very iPhone-ish. If we take my real iPhone 12 Pro, which this is the i12 Pro, so I'm guessing it's supposed to look like an iPhone 12 Pro. If we put them side by side, you will see there are some similarities with the rounded corners, the camera layout, except of course this has 4 instead of 3, and even the sides, like the edges, are similar with how they're straight and the antenna bands are in there, and also ignore the shattered back on my iPhone 12 Pro. This thing has a mind of its own. It found out I was cheating on it with this cheap Android phone, and it's self-destructed. We can see they even mimicked where the controls are located, the mute switch, volume up and down, and even on the bottom, the holes are very similar. There's a few more holes on the iPhone, and even the port looks the same as well. And that is a lightning port. For some reason, I was thinking it might be USB-C, but it actually is a lightning port. And on top, we'll be able to see this more once I boot this up. They even copied the notch, but they copied the notch very poorly. It's kind of sloppy. So here's some other oddball things I noticed about this iPhone. It looks like it has a screen protector on it. Like usually phones don't ship with screen protectors pre-installed, but this one is on it and it's kind of misaligned. Feeling wise, yes, visually with the shininess and everything, it kind of looks like the stainless steel sexiness of the iPhone 12 Pro, but you know, it's $100, so it feels cheaper. It's plastic. In fact, when I was trying to open up the back, which is glued on, I feel like I was barely applying any pressure and I already cracked part of it. So I'm gonna be careful there. And just from looking at this camera array, 3 cameras look different than the other one. This upper left one looks different than these other 3, so I'm willing to bet these 3 are fake. We'll see, and we'll see if the front-facing camera works too. For a $100 phone, I doubt this thing has 5 real working cameras, let alone 24 million. And don't worry, we will test those at the end. I'll do a little camera test and take some selfies, and we'll see the quality of these things. But now, let's take a look at the iPhone's mobile home. i12 Pro Max is the name they give this thing, and there's some specs on here, which, you know, just spending a couple years in the scam busting realm makes me think they're lying on this box. US? I mean, maybe. I guess this could be a US phone, possibly. Gold. Gold is probably accurate. That one, I think they're telling the truth on. This does have a bit of a gold look. I'll give you 1 point there. This one's interesting. They highlight 12 plus 512 gigabytes. So that is the RAM in the phone, 12 gigabytes, and then the storage of the phone, 512 gigabytes. I'm willing to bet there's not 12 gigs of RAM and a half a terabyte of storage in here for a $100 phone. That would be hard to profit off of. And if you've seen my fake SSD episode, really good episode by the way, you'll understand a bit more of what I'm talking about. Oh, there's stuff on the back. Face recognition, I highly doubt that. HD Super AMOLED screen, I mean, it could be HD, but I doubt it's AMOLED. We can tell later by seeing how black the blacks are. High digital camera. It's been smoking something. It's just a high digital camera. Okay, so what do you say? Should we fire this baby up and see what's really running on the inside? Let's do it. All right, so I busted out my patented phone holder 9000 so we can actually enjoy this thing to its fullest potential, which isn't saying much. So let's boot her up. Ah, yes, that beautiful welcome with the nice reflection there. Hey, s'mores, you know, like what you see? Huh? Yeah, you want to do a little window shopping? Check out that animation. Hollywood quality. Swipe up to go to the home screen. So, I did poke around a little bit just to make sure the phone works, to put my burner account on it as well, and to connect it to Wi-Fi, but for the most part, I haven't explored with the system very much. Initially, I'm looking at the icons and I was thinking, it looks like an older version of Android, but when I went into the settings, I learned this is actually Android 10, but then I would... Yo, forgot to turn on the silent switch. Hey, stop! Okay, well, I now have 10,000 notifications from you guys telling me it's not Android 10, and I appreciate the concern. Scammers can change what version this phone is reporting. Who knew? Let's take a look at what real version of Android this is running. First, for fun, we might as well look at the fake version. So right here, model number i12 Pro Max, but Android version 10. Okay, initially I thought it's running version 10, but then why does it look so old? So that's why I was wondering, is there a different skin on this thing? It's not actually a skin with Android 10. What version of Android is it? So if we go into settings here, go to apps, and there's like 5 different ways you can do this. If we take a look at the little menu here, go to show system, and I mean, we can look at Android system as well. There's a couple different things we look at. If we just poke at Android system here, we will see the version number is version 6.0. So that's right. It's running a system that's 4 years older than what it's advertising. Isn't that just great? And this is actually another way we can debunk this. Android version 10. But if we rapidly tap that, ooh, what have we here? A mysterious bat signal. Oh, look, it's a marshmallow. It's marshmallow. Android 10 is not marshmallow. Marshmallow is 6. Fantastic. Get me out of here. What? What do I do? Do I rapidly... Oh. It's a jumper game. Holy crap. The Computer Clan's old iPhone app had a jumper game in it like many years ago. Okay, I suck at this. Okay, I'm not used to the physics of this thing. We're gonna try that again. Okay, I'm used to like the Flappy Bird physics. This thing jumps way harder than Mr. Flappy Flap. What the? I barely tapped the screen, you. Okay, I think I've made my point clear. This thing is running Marshmallow, not Android 10. Well, if they're lying about that, I wonder what other things they're lying about. We'll take a look at that soon. But first, I need to do something very important. What I like to do is I like to christen these systems by putting my own wallpaper on them. However, I'm going to do something different this time. You know Ian Zelbo, that awesome guy that makes those cool 3D models for front page tech and all that cool stuff? He recently released a new wallpaper pack, and it's awesome. You can grab it with the link in my description. I'm going to go to my little web server thing. Allow browser to take pictures and record video. No, I just want to download my wallpaper. Deny. There's 4? Deny. Allow browser to record. No, deny. Access photo. I mean, I guess we'll need that. And deny contacts. What? It just closed on me. What the heck is this? Oh my gosh. Is it seriously gonna make me hit allow for everything? I don't really trust this cheap phone from China. I really don't. But I have a burner account on it, whatever. If you want to spy on me, that's great. You're not gonna see very cool things. I live 10 stories underground by myself. Exciting. Okay, so I guess we're on the site navigation. We have how, 1, 2, 3, Baidu, that one I'm familiar with. Oh, there's also About Blank. I love that website. Now for real, let's christen this thing. Let's go to thecomputerclan.com. There it is, set as wallpaper. Wow, that actually looks really freaking cool. Nice job, Ian. Your wallpaper is the best part about this piece of crap iPhone-y. I said they lied about the system software, right? So let's take a look at what else they're lying about. This was recommended to me, Device Info HW hardware. This will actually tell us what is really running on the phone to the best of its abilities. As you can see, it's not perfect. It still is reporting Android 10 there. Memory. Do we have 12 gigs in here? No, we have 1 gigabyte. You lying 12? We have 1/12 of what's advertised. We have 1 gigabyte of RAM. Internal storage, 12.2 gigabytes. So formatted, you know, that's the formatted capacity. But yeah, it's really 16 gigabytes. 512 gigabytes of storage? No, you get 16. Load of BS. Fake OS, fake amount of RAM, fake storage. I bet those cameras are fake too. Oh, the system on a chip. What do you got? Oh, a MediaTek chip. Well, I'm so surprised. Cores, 10. So according to this app, it has 10 cores, so the deca-core thing on the box might actually be true. Let's poke around a little bit since we have this thing here. The notch does look a little sloppy, especially with the screen protector on it, but software-wise, it actually seems to be interactive.